when I did reach out to you, you were going, I often say this, that you were going through some difficult times at best. You know, your father had really suddenly passed away.
That's right.
And in a far, far away country.
That's right, in South Africa.
Yeah. Now, you've been, well, let's talk about your dad a little bit.
Sure.
You know, that was a loss on so many levels.
Yes,
And when we have that kind of loss in our lives, that level of despair, and I forget how you say it, when you cry from the back of your heart.
Of my heart, yeah.
Yeah, there's something relatable that people can, that it resonates.
Right.
So there you are, you're sitting in Tennessee, and you've got to get to South Africa to be with your father. Tell me about what that was.
Well, I received the call about 2:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning, October 9th, that my father's main artery in his body ruptured and that he was rushed to the emergency room. And I knew that if something was going to happen, whether him stay in the hospital longer, we would have to go. Sure. But I also knew that my husband Bill and I did not have hard cash to buy airplane tickets.
Got it.
Because we are frugal with our spending, and we don't live on credit cards, so we live pretty much on cash.
Got it.
With our income. And I was in despair when I heard the news that he had passed away, and I was extremely devastated. And for the first time in my life, I really experienced what it felt like I say, to cry from the back of my heart, to have that kind of pain in my life that I'd never experienced before. And I wanted to go to South Africa, but I knew I couldn't.
Sure.
Well, I did not know this, but a women's ministry leader at my church, a lady by the name of Diana Batarsi, in 48 hours raised $6,000 for my husband and I to go to South Africa. Now, this is my community, this is my church.
Yes.
These are women that have known me for years, and all of them just said, yes, I'll give $100 for her to go.
Wow.
I'll give 100, I'll give 50, I'll give 10. And combined, all of them raised about $6,000 for me to go. And she called me and said, can you meet me? I have an envelope for you. You're going to South Africa. And she handed me the money and we could go. For the first time in my life, I experienced what the face of God's comfort looks like in my life, and how Christ loved me so much in that moment to let me know that He's there in my mourning, that I'm not alone in my loss of my father,
you're not.
and that He's still my father. And we went to South Africa, and I'm so blessed that I got to be at my dad's funeral, and I got to see him and got to go through the process of mourning, which, you know, with mourning, it never ends. One day you wake up and you're great, the next day, you know, you're hurting again. But because I got to see the face of God's comfort, it has caused me to have an action to be the same way to other women and to other families that might go through similar situations. It might not always be death, but I want to be the person that can write a $100 check. Now, because of WomanWise, financially, I'm more secure. My husband's more secure. Now I am in a place where my finances are secure, so I can be generous with my tithing. I can be generous by giving to someone else who's in need, whether they go on a mission trip, whether they need it for building houses in Haiti. It doesn't matter. I can actually give something back. I'll never forget the generosity that my church and my community showed me. That makes me part of that community, and it makes me want to pour back into their lives.